What is the meta loadout after the season 4 reloaded update? We've had a lot of changes and a lot of small changes, which I think most of us thought didn't really change a lot. But I have some things to show you. We're going to be looking at not only TTK, but the hitboxes. Shout out to True Game Data for all of that. There's going to be no fluff in this. We're getting right into the loadouts. And then after that, I'm giving you some fire gameplay with my personal favorite. Let's get right into it. Okay, y'all, the first loadout that I'm getting into is the loadout for the person that doesn't have a lot of time to play or is relatively new and struggles to control things like recoil. Both of these guns, not only incredible TTKs, you can see here, we're going to start it out with the SVA 545. The SVA 545 is going to be used in burst mode. That means you really don't need any attachments to control your recoil. So we go for bullet velocity, and that's one of the incredible perks of this. So we're going sonic suppressor. That's going to give us bullet velocity and damage range. We don't need to worry about the recoil because there is no recoil in the burst mode. The next thing, the SVT precision barrel, once again, more damage range, more bullet velocity. Look at our bullet velocity, almost 1200. That means that our hit scan range, where I don't need to move my cursor off of anyone, is 60 meters. That's like all the way across prison. So incredibly easy to use. By hit scan, I mean that as soon as you pull the trigger, the bullet hits them. It's 5% of your bullet velocity. That's the rule. The next thing, high grain rounds. Once again, going for bullet velocity. We don't care about the recoil. 60 round mag makes it a lot easier. And then I would use a scope. This thing is an absolute laser. You can, if snipers are shooting at you, you have a huge advantage by using this. It is an absolute laser as long as they don't hit you. Check this out in the firing range. Click left on your D-pad. I'm not moving my thumbstick at all. So when you're tracking, all you have to worry about is, I mean, this is still, all of that is all hit scan. You put it right there, it's going to hit them every single time, no matter how fast they're moving inside of that range. Got it? Next one. Follow that up with, once again, another incredible TTK and incredibly easy to use. Starting out with the Zeman 35 compensator, this is going to give us a little bit of recoil, this is going to give us a little bit of recoil reduction, but it also gives us firing aim stability. You can see that on the left side. Incredibly important. Firing aim stability means after every single bullet, it's a little bit more stable. And that stat is incredibly important when it comes to control. Follow that up with the Striker Elite Long Barrel, aiming idle sway, recoil control, gun kick control, bullet velocity, and range. You can see that really helping us out. It's a little bit of a slower build compared to some of the other ones that we're going to look at later, but incredibly easy to use. 48 round mag, NIDAR Model 23, one of my favorite scopes, and the Lockman MK2 light stock. You got to bump up the speed. You can't be going at 6.8 meters per second. It's got to be above 7 in the current game mode, right? So remember that for later. Take this into the firing range. Pretty up and down recoil, super consistent, really, really, really easy to use. If you guys don't have a lot of time to practice, this is your loadout. Got you? Let's get to the next one. This is for a little bit more on the demon side, right? We're going Holger 556, incredibly competitive TTK, a little bit harder to use because it goes a little bit more left to right. This is a great weapon for mouse and key users. Sonic suppressor, bullet velocity, range, right? MTZ Pro Clinch Barrel, bullet velocity, range, huge buffs right there. Also though, it gives you aiming idle sway and firing aim stability. Huge, just like we said the last time. Bruin heavy support grip to help with that horizontal a bit, and it also has firing aim stability and aiming idle sway help right there. The 50 round drum and your jack glassless optic also giving you firing aim stability. If you guys didn't know that, take that into the firing range. This thing's a monster, I'm not gonna lie. Me, I struggle with it a little bit, not gonna lie. Not really my cup of tea. But a lot of people love this. Pair that with another demon, the Superi. We've been using it the whole time. The nerf didn't do a lot, but it did change. Sorry, Jackson. But it did change the hitbox. Look at the hitbox on the Superi right now. That makes it very, very, very inconsistent. Even though if you look at the TTK chart, you're like, wow, the Superi is a monster. Why do I feel like I'm losing some fights I shouldn't be losing? That is why. Look at that hitbox. That is crazy. Still going to build it out. Zeman 35 compensated, high grain rounds, 40 round mag. The Rescue 9 stock is a must on every single superior build. 9% increase to the attack sprint speed, 7.6 meters per second. That is the fastest in the game for like a real build. Let's get into the next one. Now, this is probably my favorite. God, that's tough to say. I really like the Holger 556. I think it's incredibly easy to use. I think the build is fire, and I love the slower fire rate. I'm a big fan of that. So take the Cassis brake. This is going to help with our horizontal recoil. This is really what we need the help with. It also helps with firing aim stability, just like the Zeman 35 compensated. So a great thing to keep in the arsenal. The Cryo 6 match, once again, range, bullet velocity, some recoil help, high grain rounds, same thing, range, bullet velocity, 40 round mag. That's the largest you can get on this. And then the Jack Glass list for that firing aim stability again. Take this into the firing range. I dropped a 30 kill banger a little bit ago on my channel. Dude, something about it, bro. It feels really good. And each bullet packs a punch. And I like that a lot. Pairing that with your highest DPM damage per mag SMG, so most downs per mag, most damage per mag. This is a great ranked loadout, something I would take into something like that. If you're playing trios or quads, definitely. You can see the WSP9 does great TTK wise until about 23 meters or so. I'm doing that off the top. Going over Zeman 35 compensated, you guys already know. FTAC SP angled grip. This just helps my aiming idle sway and my aim walking steadiness. So as I'm walking, that's also a nice one. And then also bringing down my horizontal recoil by 12%. That's something that the WSP9 really struggles with. We're going 40 round mag. If you guys want to, you can go 50, but I mean, I guess it doesn't make you any slower, but it does add a, not worth it. Go 50 rounds. I think it's worth the extra 10. You can do more with it. Night Arm Model 23. I don't believe you need the stability because we paired that with the Duster heavy stock. And that actually helps with our aiming idle sway and our firing aim stability a ton. Take that into the firing range. Real classic. You guys know the vibes. You can build this without a sight if you like as well. If you have this fossil blueprint, I do recommend building it without a sight because if you do it like that, you can add an extra attachment like, let's say, a rear grip or something. You know, this brings, I don't know, firing aim stability. How about that? Boom. Or a barrel, something like that. But look, you can see through it. This is super easy to use as well. So if you do have the blueprint, little bit of pay to win, all good. Next, bundle. This is the sleeper. I don't know why everyone's not using it, but look at the TTK. Look at how consistent it is. It absolutely fries. If you're playing Rebirth Island and especially like solos or duos, why is this on no board? I don't understand. I used it. There's a range where it just absolutely melts. It struggles with horizontal recoil. Cassis brake, lower 9 heavy barrel. Same thing. Big buff to the damage range and bullet velocity. Your recoil help. Pairing that with high velocity rounds because I'm not really worried about the damage range because it's so effective already. I need the bullet velocity though. I got to bring that up. 1062 is fire. You're hit scanned to 50 meters with this thing, man. 45, man. Why did I say man like that? 45 round mag. And then your Jack glassless optic. Take that into the firing range, baby. This thing is a beam, bro. Look, dude. Look at how much you're telling me that's not easier to shoot than the Holger 556 and the MTZ 556. Why are we not using this? What? Why? I don't understand, bro. This thing's a beast. And then pairing that with what I think is the #1 SMG right now, hands down. Look at this hitbox, bro. It doesn't matter where you're hitting them as long as you are hitting them. This is the safest, most consistent SMG you can use by far. And if you're using it paired with an AR, I should only be using it in the range where it's perfect at. You need to run the Horus right now. Build it like this. Zeman 35 compensated. Then we're going to equip the Martis heavy barrel. That's going to give us more recoil control. You really need the horizontal recoil control. And I'm not really worried about my bullet velocity with something that I'm planning to use up close and personal like this. F-Tac SP angled grip to help with my horizontal recoil, and also aim walking steadiness and aiming idle sway, which I think really helps the FJX horse in this part. 60 round drum, the reason being it doesn't hurt me anymore. So I get 20 rounds for free. Same reload, same speed. 7.5 meters per second. I'm 0.1 meter per second slower than the Superi at its fastest build. And then pair that with the Ripper Lightstock. That Ripper Lightstock is what gets us that speed and helps our sprint to fire time. This is a monster. Do not forget to utilize this in a hip fire mode where if someone's close to you, use your hip fire here. It's going to help you a ton, right? So you don't have to always ADS first. If someone's close by, you know, use it like that and then focus on them that way. This is a really powerful build. I've been really enjoying it and having a ton of success. Now to our absolute last loadout. You know I got to put it in here. Car 98, baby. What you talking about? So we're actually pairing this depending on your playstyle. I'm not sure about using the Superior anymore because of that hitbox. The Striker is an absolutely incredible sniper support, and I was playing with it earlier today. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But based solely on the TTK, and I know that a lot of comments are going to ask for it, we're going to put in the MCW SMG. It still has the fastest TTK out to the longest range if you don't take into account ADS and sprint to fire. Once you do that, you can see on the graph, everything changes quite a bit. But as far as a sniper support, it's incredible. The MCW struggles when it comes to bullet velocity and downs per mag, but it's a monster. So if you're prepared and you're ready, I think you can use it well. Let's take a look at it. We're going to use the sonic suppressor because we need to get the bullet velocity up. I got it up to 640. That is good enough. That's going to be okay. The 16.5 inch MCW Cyclone long barrel, same thing, bullet velocity and range. The 40 round mag, that is the largest mag you can use because you have to use the Jack Raven kit in order to turn it into the SMG. Now, I kind of struggle with the recoil on this thing, and I cannot use the iron sights on this to save my life. I'm trying out the Cronin Intless. I know it's a little wild, but what it also gives me is aiming stability and some help with aim down sight speed. Check this out. Into the firing range, boom. Really consistent, really solid, and you can see the damage range super far, right? It is a little hard to use, but with some practice, you can get good with everything. I don't know how you feel I don't know how you feel about using lasers, but it might be worth it in this case. Pairing that with my personal favorite version of the Car 98, I'm gonna let you guys in on it. I posted a video about the broken Schlager night view, but we'll get to that in a second. Sonic Suppressor L, we're going for the bullet velocity, 925. It's a little slow, but we can work with it. We're looking at like a 45 meter hit scan range. So anything out between 45 to 75 in that 1 meter or in that one shot headshot range, you do have to lead a little bit in between that. So you need to pay attention. The precision long barrel, whatever that thing says, high grain rounds, same thing for the distance. It doesn't really matter about recoil because it's a sniper and you have to reload a chamber every single time anyways. I like the no stock. I think that it works really well. I like the speed of it. The ADS time and the sprint to fire speed is really nice. For me, I feel like I can control that. And then pairing that with the Schlager night view, it gives you a 6 times magnification, the largest magnification you can have while still getting that fast reload with all 5 bullets at the same time. So you get 6 times magnification, you get that crazy fast reload. It looks incredible. And it's, dude, I never ever use thermals. This thing's incredible. Number one choice by far. It is so fire. You've got to try it. Take a look. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I just took that MCW and Car 98 build and went and played a solos game in Fortune's Keep. When I say that I have never had Warzone, the Warzone gods try to help me more than they did in that game right there. It's never happened to me in my life. That's never happened to me in my life. You guys need to watch this gameplay. Everything else you need, Call of Duty, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you got this far, drop the sub, drop a like on the page. Appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you guys out there.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
my kill? Striker going crazy right now.
Enemy soldier incoming.
That's crazy.
Hostile mosquito is online.
Scopes are off on the Car 98. Don't forget, boys. Oh my gosh.
Gas is moving.
Little dirty. This one. Oh my gosh. Bro. How many people are in this building? Who did he just run into, Russ? Shout out to what just happened right there.
Supply station deployed.
What? Wow. $31 meters. That's the way through. Oh my god. I think I got a gas mask. Shit's moving. Oh my god. That's insane. Oh my god. What the fuck was that?
Losing ground.
I can't believe he let me live, bro. I'm terrified of this guy. Oh my god. I think that was the guy that saved me, but like, you know what? I'm doing a video, boys. I just can't risk it. I need him. Oh my lord. Bro, what is happening to me this game? I did not mean to do that. I just slide down and land on a gas mask? Like, what is going on? Yo, that thing shreds. And I also don't even know if that's a real
Window is
person.
ending. Gas moving in.
just got saved again. I had no plates right there, guys. What are you talking about? What is going on? Oh, protect me again. Get me over this. Plates, thank you. Needed that. Sorry, brother. I'm shooting a video. I have to get you out of here.
Got 10 squads active in the field. Hostile mosquito is online. Gas is inbound. Enemy buy station.
Needed it. Let's go, baby. Come on. Dude, how did Pavani come back alive again?
Warzone, stay alert.
Let's go, baby. That worked out. That is the most I've never had anything try to work out. Warzone, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That is the most incredible series of events that have ever happened to me in this game. And shout out to whoever let me live at the beginning, dude. If you love the video, if you love the layout, and if you don't think, dude, that game, if you saw that game, that means that you should subscribe. Cholo 15. Let's go, baby.